I'm Peter Manson, and here we are at Waikoko Station in the Wairarapa. It's typical summer dry, erodible hill country. Peter Gareth here has managed the property for many years and has a long history of planting for soil conservation, shelter, shade and fodder. Peter, just tell me a little bit about this block. I understand that it's set aside specifically for fodder.
Yes, this is a piece of almost waste land. It's covered in rushes at the bottom of a gully, doesn't grow a hell of a lot. So we decided that we would plant what we call a fodder block in here. These trees are planted specifically for feeding. They have yet to be pollarded for the first time, and we will maintain this as a fodder block.
So Peter, what else can you tell me about this block? For instance, what are the clones of tree you've planted here and how old are they?
Well, our preference is for Tongoyo, which is the one that's behind me. They produce more feed and they respond to the cutting a lot quicker than the Matsudana.
And how old are the trees?
The trees here would be 6 years old.
Peter's going to demonstrate pollarding this tree. However, you must remember that safety is paramount. There are two things to think of. One is working from a height, and secondly, working with a chainsaw. When pollarding, you need to be a trained or competent operator of a chainsaw. You must have all the correct safety gear and preferably have someone with you as a spotter. It's important to remember your safety gear. Peter's wearing steel cap boots, a set of good chaps, a hard hat with visor and earmuffs, and on him he carries a first aid kit. Safety considerations include having a top handled chainsaw with an effective chain brake, a first aid kit with 2 compression bandages, and plenty of hydration. Peter, this is a slightly different situation. We have a tree that hasn't been pollarded before. Tell me about how you're going to go about this job and what you're trying to achieve.
We're looking for those branches that we cut to free fall. Because it hadn't been cut before, it will have a leader in there which is probably more vertical than some of the others, so working to that point and so that you actually make a decision on which way it's going to fall and taking your time about that one. But having done this cut, the following cuts will be a lot easier. This one's actually quite a difficult one because it hasn't been done before.
You'll see that Peter always keeps the chainsaw below shoulder height. He cuts away from himself, chooses branches carefully, and the other thing he does is moves the ladder as required. Can you tell me a little bit about the setup here, Peter?
Yeah, my personal way of doing these trees is to have a good ladder, and we're working on a flat surface here, but if we're up on the side of a hill, very important to make sure that that ladder is trodden. The feet are firmly on the ground so it can't twist if you're leaning one way or the other on the ladder, but it is the whole secret to the safety factor of taking the foliage out of the tree is actually having a stable ladder that you can work off.
This is a high quality feed. It's as good as lucerne hay, and from now on this tree can be cut every 2 years on this moist site, providing a valuable contribution to this dryland farm.